Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurummilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. It is our parampara that we have to remember our gurus before we start anything. Mananiya Tarun Vijayji, respected Sureshi, professors, teachers, students, a very big namaste to all of you. I'm honored and humbled at the same time and thankful to the organizers to invite me for this August function. And I'm very, very happy to see a lot of nationalistic faces, which we don't see much in my state, Kerala. I was told that we're going to talk about Sabrimala here. First, let me just briefly introduce myself. I've been in Dubai for 43 years, born and brought up there. Born in Bombay, actually. When I was 1-year-old baby, I shifted to Dubai. So all my life, practically, I've been there. So many people ask me this question that, how come you are a modern woman and you are fighting for something like so traditional like Sabrimala? Modernity doesn't mean that you need to forget your roots, your Thai your tap roots. Modernity means to hold on to your tap roots, because if you leave it, you fall down. So you need to hold on to your tap roots, and then you need to progress in life. Me and myself and few other friends, we discussed about Sabrimala for many months. And then we came up with an idea. We thought, how many of us or how many ladies are subscribing to the idea of believing in the tradition and values of the temple? And how many of you are actually against it, who are saying, women liberation, I want to enter the temple? So we started a campaign, online campaign, social media campaign called Ready to Wait. Ready to Wait, where we are ready to wait till 50 years to see Lord Ayyappa. So I don't know how many of you all know, Lord Ayyappa temple, the ladies, we refrain from going to the temple between the ages of 10 to 50. So we caught placards and we came on social media and we said, we are ready to wait till the age of 50 to see our Lord. And actually it stunned us, the response we got from everywhere, not only from Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. I even had a person coming from Kashmir saying that I'm also ready to wait till the age of 50. So this gave me a lot of courage to start a trust called People for Dharma. I registered a trust called People for Dharma in Chennai, and I became party to the case in Supreme Court. That is when I came to know, see, I've been an NRI all my life. But I always feel that NRIs, we have a dream of India, and we always think of the temples and, the beautiful rivers and all this, sitting back there. But when we actually come here and face the reality, it is quite different, especially in Kerala. When I came out of the Supreme Court in November 2016, there was a hearing. When I came out, there was a journalist who came and told me, I am a 20-year-old girl. Why can't I see Lord Ayyappa? I have motherly feeling towards Ayyappa. Why can't I see Ayyappa? I said, very good question. You have to see Ayyappa. If you have motherly feeling, you should see Ayyappa. But not this Ayyappa. There is the same Ayyappa in baby form in Kuruthupura temple. You can go show your motherly feeling there. See, that is what we really don't understand. Our temples are actually abodes of our devas and devis. You cannot believe in Sabrimala temple if you don't believe in the agamic tradition attached to that temple. Every deity has a history, has their rights. Even in our constitution, the deity is a perpetual minor. The deity has a right. So when someone wants to come and attack your home or come and barge into your house whom you don't like, what would you do? You would kick them out, you would push them out. That's what is happening right now in Sabrimala. This tradition has been going on for many years. Before the British came onwards, Sabrimala is there. And I'll tell you a small bit about what Kerala is. Then you will understand that it is, as Tarunji rightly said, it is nothing to do with discrimination. Kerala is a state where always women were given a lot of importance. I come from a community called the Nair community, where we follow the matriarchal society, where the women are given the wealth, not the sons. The daughters are given the wealth of the father. And it goes on. So where does the son get his wealth from? From his wife's family. You see, so that's a very beautiful society we have there. I'm sure most of the ladies would love to be Keralites now. So this is what Kerala is. We have a temple in Chenganur where we have a Devi. We believe that we have a Devi who gets her periods. And we glorify that, and we celebrate that. That comes once a year or sometimes twice a year. We have a temple in Artigal, in Trivandrum, where the whole city of Trivandrum is shut down for 2 days for that festival for women, where men are not allowed. So in that state, there is only one small temple which follows this tradition. What we believe is that Lord Ayyappa is a Naishtika Brahmachari. It was his wish to remain a Naishtika Brahmachari, so we women don't want to go there and disturb him. And if you ask me that, oh, he is God, so does he have these kind of, yes, our gods are like human beings only. We see them as human beings. As Tarunji was saying, that we cannot compare Hindu temples to mosque or church, Abrahamic religions. Why? Because the church and the mosque are just prayer halls. You just come there, you pray, you go. In temple, we have a live deity. We believe that that deity has life. So we have to protect that deity's right as devotees. So there is no business of a non-devotee to be in that temple. If you believe in Lord Ayyappa, please, you are most welcome, but you have to follow the rules and regulations. Just like the country. So where did all this start from? Where did all this, as I was just discussing with our friends just outside, that Sabrimala is only a dot. It is not a big this thing. There is a lot of things attached to that. And there is a lot of games being played, which we as Hindus don't even know what is happening, don't have a clue what is happening. Where did all this start from? Do you know that our first history book was written by a British? His name is James Mill. You all can Google it, I'm not making it up. Now, James Mill has not even visited India once. Such a person has written our first history book. And from that history book, we still follow our, NCERT and CBSE syllabus. All is based on that one first book. That book was actually in 3 volumes. One was about the Mughals, one was about Hinduism, and one was British India. Hinduism, you should go through that volume, where it is mentioned that Hindus are superstitious, they are worse than animals, they are dirty creatures. You have to read it to know. So this is the basis from where we get these ideas, where we have the pseudo-intellectuals coming and saying, oh, we know about Hinduism. Our own Hindus, Namdhari Hindus, keep telling that why this, why that, and why we get converted. Kerala is facing a big issue. As I said, that non-devotees are not supposed to come to temples. The same way I feel that communism should not be allowed in a democratic country. Communism believes in one nation, one government. They don't believe in different voices. I was just giving a lecture just 2 weeks back at Cochin. I was giving it to mothers and sisters. And after my session, there was one girl who came and told me that, Shilpaji, my brother is a tantri. Tantri is a pujari of the temple. My brother is a tantri, and he gets, now Devam board is a board which controls the temples in India. Okay, it's an administrative power only it has. So my brother is a pujari in the temple, and he gets a salary of 300 rupees. Just 300 rupees he gets for doing puja in the temple. So he and other pujaris got together and said that let us go and see the Chief Minister of Kerala, who is a communist Chief Minister, Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan. We'll go there and request him. So they went there and they said, sir, you know, we are getting only 300 rupees, please do something. And they submitted their request. Do you know what he said? He said, oh, you're only getting 300 rupees. What if you don't get that also? That was the arrogance. In Sabrimala, we as devotees, before going to Lord Ayyappa, we have to pray at Vawar. Vawar is a Muslim person, and we have to go to his mosque before going to the temple. So Pinarayi Vijayan happened to go to the temple. He didn't eat the prasad that was given from the temple, but he went to the mosque, Vawar, and ate it from there. That is his attitude towards Hinduism. And that is what is happening in Kerala. You take about media, you talk about education, everything is being manipulated and controlled. We have even the literary figures like writers, musicians, dancers. I'm a dancer myself, my fellow dancers, they play Krishna on the stage, but they don't believe in Krishna or they don't believe in whatever. But what happens is that all this is controlled. We have a writer called M.T. Vasudevan Nair. I don't know how many Keralites are there in this audience. Yeah, you know M.T. Vasudevan Nair. He's a great, famous writer, and he writes books, and most of his books are even coming out as movies. M.T. wrote a book called Randa Moolam. That means second chance. Now, what is this second chance? It is about a story about Mahabharata. It is about Bhima. Bhima is getting always second chance. He's, when mother is feeding all the children, mother is feeding Yudhishthira first, then second time only he's getting. When he's married, you know, he's only getting second chance. So it is a story about Bhima. In this book, Krishna is shown as a very devious, cunning character. Whereas Panchali is, of course, a Vaishya, prostitute. Bhima is a person who is having all lustful feelings towards Panchali. Now this book is in the syllabus of Kerala State Board, but Mahabharata is not. So the children who learn from that and come up, they have a different view about Hinduism, about Krishna, whatever. They don't teach things like Ramayana. For example, in Ramayana, there's so many beautiful things what we can teach our children, which is not taught. In Ramayana, there is a scene where Sita Devi is getting married to Sri Rama, and Sita Devi's father is doing Kanyadanam, you know, giving her hand to her husband. So he advises Sita, saying, Piyam Sita mama suta sahadharma charitavan pratiha chaivam bhadram te panum drinesha paninam. He says, Sita, you are the sahadharmani of this man. What does sahadharmani mean? We always say, oh, this is my sahadharmani, this is my dharma patni, but we don't know the meaning. He says that, Sita, you are equally party to that dharma, like your husband. You have a dharma to your husband, to your in-laws, to your own parents, to your children, and to the society. And that same Sita's blood is flowing in all our bodies. So our main aim should be to maintain that dharma in society. I don't have much time to speak, but I think we will follow it up. So Satish ji will be giving a wonderful speech now. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.